Wednesday, I think. It's the 14th of December, and it's a cold one. As you can tell, the canal is actually frozen behind me. It's beautiful. I'm out with little Isla here. Say hello, Isla. Yeah, that's as much as you're going to get. Cold night last night across the UK. It's -4 here. And all the boats in the marina are basically locked in by ice. It's lovely though, it's really nice. So the boat itself is not cold at all. It's not cold at all. We've had the stove on, the diesel stove. We've had that on solid for about a week and a half now. Doesn't seem to be taking much diesel, which is good. And we've got it on setting between 1 and 6. Well, sorry, we've got between 1 and 3, but it goes up to 6. So we haven't even had to have it on full. We tend to put the central heating on for about an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening before we go to bed, just to, you know, warm the bedroom up a bit and get some hot water in the system, that kind of thing. But really pleased because obviously that double glazing is paying off. We're not getting moisture on the glass at all. If you boil the kettle, obviously, or you're washing the dishes in the sink, you will get some moisture on them, but apart from that, nothing. It's been really good. Which way do you want to go, Isla? Oh, go this way. Good girl. So yeah, and looking at a lot of other boats in the marinas, they kind of take on that look like it's the inside of a shower door, you know, so much moisture, which, well, who wants that, you know? So we're glad we spent the extra for the double glazing, that's for sure. Haven't had any problems with damp at all. Touch, you know, fingers crossed. The underneath the bed, completely dry. I'll have to show you that. We'll put a moisture catcher underneath, and that seems to be working really well. Again, I'll show you that when I get the chance. But yeah, really good. It's been about, what, five weeks now we've been living on the boat, so starting to get into a routine now. To a certain extent, we've kind of moved on board kind of the best and kind of the worst time, because as soon as we moved on, you know, winter hit. So there's been a lot to get used to, you know. But the walks around here, I thought I'd just bring you with for this walk, because it's absolutely gorgeous. It really is. Sun's just starting to set. It's about 3 o'clock. Lovely crisp day, it really is. So I'll turn the camera around and show you some pictures, actually show you what it's like. You can see it's a lovely day. Someone's got his little generator out there, just topping the batteries up. Sometimes you have to do that. It's you get a bit of noise off them, but you know, if you're not moored next to anyone else, what's the harm? It's certainly significantly more efficient than running a huge diesel engine to charge your batteries. Look at the canal there. I mean, the boats are just locked in, they really are. Beautiful day, really is. Got some amazing walks around here, we're really lucky. Isla loves it. It appears someone has left some giant Lego at the top of this hill. That'll be a fun game. This as I've been walking past, because it's frosty on the end of this bridge stone, the frost has brought out, well, I guess old-fashioned graffiti chiseled into the stone. You can see you've got an anchor there, a sword or a cross, looks like Joe Keith maybe, swords and WP. I wonder if that was the stonemasons. I would assume so, but pretty cool, pretty cool. Where else can you see that? Wow. Beautiful. Well, back on the boat. Lovely day outside. Chilly, nip in the air, my hands are cold, but apart from that, lovely and warm on the boat. As I was saying before, the stove, we use that pretty much all day now, and that manages to keep the saloon, the kitchen and the saloon warm, and the bathroom. Because I find the warm air goes straight through into the bathroom, which is nice, and the wall warms up a little bit, so it's obviously, you know, that the heat's transferring. A little bit of the heat gets through the bedroom. As I say, this is a 57-foot narrowboat. A little bit of heat gets into the bedroom, but not loads, I would say. I wouldn't say the bedroom's really warm when we've got the stove on. As I said before, that's why we tend to put the heating on in the morning for an hour, and then same at night between 8 and 9 for an hour, just to warm that area up a little bit, you know, before we get into bed kind of thing. So yeah, the stove's working out really well. As I say, it doesn't appear to be costing much to run from our perspective. Considering it's on 24 hours a day, we tend to put it down to 1 at night, and we tend to put it to 2 or 3 through the day, just to bump the heat up a bit. But on 1 overnight, it seems great. It really does. So sound investment. If you're thinking about getting one, I would genuinely consider it. It's an investment, but it's an investment, you know. Far better. I'm watching people in the marina, you know, lugging bags of coal around and that kind of thing. No thanks. You know, people have got coal all over the well decks, you know, wood all over the roof, you know, under the solar panels and stuff. You see them in the morning, you know, kind of cleaning the ashtrays out and stuff. And hey, if you like doing that, that's fine. You know, we as I said, we've had an open fire for well over a decade now. Been there, done that, you know. We had a chainsaw and an axe for taking down large bits of wood and making our own kindling and everything. So, you know, I'm talking from my experience here. This is great. It really is. I mean, it's lovely and warm. You can feel the heat emanating off it, radiating off it. It's really good. So, well worth a consideration. I'm going to show you under the bed. That sounds weird, doesn't it? But I'm going to show you under the bed. Because a few people mentioned, you know, you're going to get damp, or you might get damp. I'm just going to show you what setup we've got, because we haven't got any. You know, as I say, 5 to 6 weeks. Mine is 4 outside, heating's on inside. There's the windows. You know, no moisture on them at all, which is fantastic, as I was saying. So, yeah, this is going to sound even stranger. I'll see you under the bed. So, welcome underneath our bed, everyone. You got to admit, how many YouTubers, you know, narrowboat vloggers take you under their bed? Breaking new ground here, that's all I'll say. Trailblazing. Excuse me a minute while I get on my haunches. So, anyhow, I've got my little light on, so hopefully you can see a little bit better. Yeah, so here's the underneath of the bed. You can see there is no damp. You know, it's all dry. Walls are dry. Everything's dry. Now, that's the little moisture catcher I was talking about before, okay? We used one of these about a decade ago, to be honest, when we lived in a really old big house, like late 1800s. The double glazing was really not double glazing. I mean, it certainly wasn't sealed, that's for sure. So we had a couple of these around the house, and seriously, they used to fill up in about a week and a half. I'd be emptying it, okay? So just belt and braces it. We thought we'll get one and put it under the bed because it is a dead air space. I've had to remove quite a few boxes to get under here, so there's not much air movement. So we'll put that under. It's been under 5 weeks now, and you can see it's just half full. So, I mean, that's great news. It just shows you it's not particularly damp under here. That's our water tank, and our water tank, luckily, which is quite common practice these days, is spray foamed, and I think that's the large reason why we don't have any damp, because, as it probably were, it's the cold water in the tank makes the metal of the tank cold. You then have warm air coming from obviously the inside of the boat, and that will then make moisture on the outside of the tank, which would cause a lot of dampness. Also though, you'd expect obviously our bodies to make that same issue, if you like, underneath, and it's just not a problem, you know. I've put space in, as you saw, making the bed, so we've got that airflow through the mattress. It's a foam mattress, as you wear, so we haven't had any problems at all. We really haven't. I mean, I'll keep you updated, but that's, you know, 6 weeks in. Oh, I'll just change the camera. So, yeah, still under the bed. So that's 6 weeks in. I'll keep you posted, as I say, but we're not expecting any problems at all. It's not damp at all. Everything's bone dry. It doesn't have that slightly... Oh, let's get myself out. Oh my goodness, getting too old for that. It doesn't have a damp feeling at all. It really doesn't. So having an enclosed bed like this, and an enclosed bow with the bed fitted in, with a memory foam mattress, with the water tank underneath, in a modern spray foam boat, is not causing us any issues at all. Okay, I think that's probably worth knowing that, because a lot of people say, oh, you'll get damp. We've had quite a few doom and gloomers, you know, like, oh, thanks for the support. But, well, we haven't had any issues. We really haven't. So, you know, everyone has different experiences, but that's ours. I mean, feel free to ask any questions on this, by the way. You know, if there's something I'm forgetting to mention, let me know. You know, as you saw from when I was laying the floor, we went for quite a thick underlay as well. So we don't really get much of a cold feeling off the floor either, which is nice. Because the floor tends to be the coldest part of a narrowboat. You get cold feet even though you're warmer, you know, your top half's warm. But we're not seem to be getting that either, even though it's, as you saw, the water's frozen. So, yeah, as I say, I'll keep you updated, okay? I just thought, you can imagine what Karen's going to say when I say, I was under the bed with the video camera. You showed everyone the underneath of our bed? Yes, it's in the name of science, dear. Science. Well, you know what I mean. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care now.